So here's how to run a Facebook ad. So you come to your facebook.com. Typically, you're supposed to run your Facebook ad from a business account. But for the sake of simplicity and to explain it clearly here, I'm going to use my personal to run a Facebook ad. But to create a business account, you go to business.facebook.com and it's a very straightforward process there. And then you'll be able to create a business account there and manage your pages as well. So let's go to create ad using the menu option. We create this ad from here. So Facebook comes with different ad objective, right? And for simplicity and just to explain something here, I will, if you had created a business account already, in this campaign bar that is just loading, you'll be able to choose the page to roll it from, right? So for instance, I can see more ad accounts and I can be able to run it from any of these business accounts. But because I'm doing this simple training here, I'll just run it through my personal. So I can create a campaign here straight up and it brings this up back for me. There are many objectives you can choose: awareness, traffic, engagement, leads, depending on what you want to do, pretty much. But let's do it. Well, let's say we're sending them, want to do a sales ad and you can go ahead and do this. So um, it gives this option whether you want to do, advantage plus. I always normally just go with the manual sales campaign option. So I can control a lot of things by myself. So going to new sales campaign and let's just call it Stanley's sales campaign. That's fine, right? But you should typically name your campaigns and your ads correctly. So your ad consists of three things: your campaign objective, which is well on the sales campaign objective, your ad sets, which is how you control where your ad is going to be shown, and then your ad. Your ad is now going to be the creative and the copywriting and the text you're going to put into your ad. So the campaign is just the objective. The ad set is pretty much your um where you're going to target your audience, where your ad is going to be placed, where you're going to target your audience, the demographic they're going to be in. We'll get there and I'll show you that information, right? So let's go to, we're in a campaign objective and I've named this Stanley sales campaign for simplicity. And all these things, there's this category here. If you are advertising credit or employment or housing, you are supposed to indicate this here because not doing this might get your account to be banned or your ad to not be approved, right? So because these four categories means that you are limited on how you're going to target demography. They don't want discrimination of any sort. That's why these are like key categories that you need to indicate what you're doing here. But because I'm not doing that, let's just say I'm doing real estate, I'm selling, or no, I'm selling a financial services or something of that nature, right? And I'll come over here. I don't need to alter any of all these things, A B test. I don't need to do all that. I'll just leave it and go to the next, which take me to my ad set page. And ad set, I will just name it Stanley's sales ad sets, right? Just to keep the convention, naming convention, right? So let's say I want to drive calls to my phone. Let them call me up on phone, right? And the Facebook page, I might just look for a page that I want to put it in. And let's just say I put it under this page. Let's see. Okay, let's put it here. This is completely different, but this is for testing. Now on this ad set, I can see my audience. There are about 40 to 47 million people that this ad is going to target. And this is because this ad account created in Nigeria. And so this is targeting people in Nigeria. So this shows me the amount of people online that use Facebook and the estimated or potential targets my ad can reach, which is very impressive. So I can now choose my daily budget here. And here, I don't need to alter this part of my ad, my B strategy, leave it as highest volume. Then my daily budget, I can leave it at 3980 for people. You can put as much as you want to put if you want, if you're really very good at this, but you can start with the bare minimum so that your ads can show to the right places and can adjust where necessary. And if I want to set an end date here, I can set an end date for my ad. So that would mean that I have to put a start and finish date. So let's just say I want to put it on, let's say end of 30th, So this is like 1 month ad run. And I don't want to increase because this is This is like it's for training people. I don't want to increase my ad budgets, So then locations, I can target the locations that I want. If I want this to show to just Nigeria, that's fine. It shows me I have 47 million estimated people. But what if I want to do Lagos and I want to remove Nigeria? I just want a particular place like Lagos. I'll just put Lagos, Nigeria, for instance, and it shows me, oh, we have 11.9 million people. And I can go as granular as I want to go. If you are familiar with places in Nigeria, there's Victoria Island, Lagos, I can target that particular part, you know. And this just showed me 35,000 people, That makes it very, very narrow. So I'll probably just leave it at Lagos, for instance, so that I can get as much people as possible, and Facebook can help me to get the audience I'm looking for. And I can adjust the if I have previous audience, I can search for the audience here, and I can choose all languages or maybe one language, right? And also I can adjust the age. Maybe I want this entire ad to reach people that are 25 and above, or 25 and above, so that I'm certain that these people can pay for what I'm offering. So let's say I'm offering consulting services, for instance, right? And I'm trying to target people in the um, that are interested in finance, savings, real estate, those kind of things. So I come to advantage audience, and I can choose to switch. Facebook has this advantage audience, but I typically like to go to the original audience, even though Facebook tells me that the advantage is 30% more conversion. But I'll go with the original, where really um, I can go ahead and adjust to the ideal audience I want. So this is giving me a red flag here, which is that I have to reset my start date to today. So um, this start date is in the past. Okay, okay. So, anyways, so let's remove the end date thing. Let's just start from now, right? So I start from immediately. So let's go into we're here at the audiences. Okay, so it gives me this option, and maybe I want to stop at people that are maybe 50 years of age. So I want you to watch as the audience definition reduces, and I was saying I wanted people from 25 years and above. So then I can also change the gender to show maybe I want to do only men or only women, right? But I want to leave it at all. Then I can also target my interests. So I remember I told you I'm looking for people that are interested in, let's say, business and finance, for instance. Maybe I'm looking for people that are personal finance. So Facebook comes up with those kind of things, personal finance, for instance. So um, I can put that in demographics of people, you know, and I can also ask Facebook for more suggestions. I can see that my audience is reducing, and I can look at people that are. Let me scroll down a bit. So I ask Facebook for suggestions, and it can give me more suggestion behaviors or interest, people that are interested, you know. So let's just say I am business and finance. Yeah. So you can put as much. It's good to not go to put too many interests, so that you can know your ideal audience and you can test this audience properly. So let's just leave it at these three. But I've shown you the power of this. You can, if you don't know what to put up here, you can go through the suggestions and you can choose. So I can also add exclusion. I can exclude a particular audience set, or I can narrow down the audience to be a particular audience. I don't want Facebook to reach beyond, because this is just a first ad. I just want to try and see what's going to come out after my first few days of running this ad. So I'll uncheck that box, and then I can go to my placement. So in this placement, I want to do manual placement, so I can show it to people only on Instagram. This is, for instance, you can choose all four, or you can use the automatic placement, as the case may be. But let's just keep it at this, right? So it's telling me I'm going to get less than 4 people, less than 10 people on call. Uh, let's just say I'm fine with that for now. But you can broaden your audience, for instance, because this has reduced to 899, 500. Maybe my audience is now too narrow, right? So I can, maybe I take this off to see how many people it comes to, and or take this one off as well. 190. This makes it very small. Okay, let us remove the small business owners. So that puts me on 2 million plus. Okay, and if I'm fine with this, I can also I can also add more people. I think I've deleted everybody in the interest and behavior. Let's just say I'm looking for finance, right? Interest is finance, right? Okay, this has reduced my audience. I want to put it in it. Or we can even use a broad audience like this, right? We can say, okay, Lagos State, 25, 50 years old, you know. I can come up with, let's just go on and see, um, let's just say finance, personal finance and banking. Okay, good. Business owners. Let's see, 893. Okay, that's good. Um, entrepreneurs, entrepreneurship, um, people that are there. We can include as much as we want to include, right? So let's not, I don't want to spend so much time on this. Um, so, yeah, so we can go on. Now we go to the ad itself, the ad proper. And we can name this ad Stanley's new sales ad, right? And shows us the page, everything is there, and we come to the single image. We're choosing a single image or video for this. I can just add my media here, add image to this, and let's just look for any image. Maybe we'll just put this one just so that it just goes in, and allow all enhancement so it's optimized, and we're good on that. So this looks really good. We can see what it comes to here, and I can just say get higher ROI, just a primary text. I don't know how to spell on your investment. Stanley, I struggle with spelling. Wow. Okay. So this is what it comes to, right? And okay, fine. So then I have to put like my phone number somewhere in this. Um, it gives me options here. I can put this variation there. That's fine. Just one variation. And we can see on the side how this will show on Instagram, you know. And I can say invest for higher ROI, just going along with the suggestions they're giving me. And yeah, I mean, put one or more than one suggestions, just depending on what works most. So then I just have to put a phone number, and let's still assume that I'm in Nigeria, and I can just put a phone number so that people can call this line, right? Okay, so let's just say that's the number we're putting in there. And we don't need to do website tracking. So as we see, this is looking like it's okay. Um, we can advance preview to see what it looks like in preview. And that's pretty much about it. I mean, everything looks good to you. You can go ahead and publish. Now, because there's no money in this account, right? We might have an error when publishing this ad because I've not put any form of fund in this account, right? But this is just for test purpose. Okay, so that's the reason why. Because there's no money, you can see that there's ad account. You can see this error, and that's so you should go ahead and fund your account by adding money to the account to give you options on how you're gonna put your card you're gonna put and things like that. And when you do that and you go back to advertising, it will run. So just tell me if you got a lot of value from this training. Leave me a comment, send me a message, and I'll respond to them as soon as I see them. Thank you.